Ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister, while speaking to me in 2016, pushed for electoral reforms. And I remember when I spoke to the Prime Minister, he spoke about simultaneous elections in India. Back then, we told you that this could be the single biggest electoral reform in independent India. Imagine the moves being made in this country. Demonetization, GST, now simultaneous elections. It has been 15 months since my interview with the Prime Minister. And today the Election Commission has confirmed that India will be ready for simultaneous elections by September 2019. What this means is essentially that we could be, in the next few months, heading, at least there's an outside chance, for one nation, one poll. That we will be the first generation of Indians to experience the ability to vote once for all state and national elections. A brilliant idea. Ladies and gentlemen, to put it simply, this idea is so powerful that it will transform this country's politics forever. You and I will be taken away from the cycle of constant political jibes and into a new form of governance. If India is to be a superpower, this is one step towards it. We are ready, but what about the politicians? Let's debate.
The calls for simultaneous central and state assembly elections, or one nation, one poll, is growing louder. It began with the Election Commission making it clear that it would be logistically equipped for it by September 2018.
गवर्नमेंट को बताया गया कि हमारे पास इतनी मशीन है, इतनी कमी है, अगर इतना धनराशि दे दी जाए और हम ये मशीनें खरीद लें तो हम सक्षम होंगे कि एक साथ चुनाव कराने में करा सकते हैं.
The BJP-led government at the center has been aggressively pushing for it because it would put the focus on governance in the country, save money, pave the way for cleaner campaigns and reduce populism.
Frequent elections in our country actually pose a serious challenge to the governance, and they also mean a large amount of money is spent on conducting elections and also contesting elections by political parties. Holding them together will save a lot of time.
Within 6 months or maximum 9 months time, we have to complete all elections. Remaining time, we have to concentrate on governance and policies and the execution of our policies. That is better.
While the BJP, TDP and the JDU are for one nation, one poll, the Congress, CPM and the RJD are against it. The parties against one nation, one poll argue that it would be unfair to regional parties and that it would not be viable.
The issues before Lok Sabha election and Parliament and the political issues concerning a state are completely different, and therefore to try and mix up the two is actually doing injustice to the interests of the state.
The big question now is, will one nation, one poll become a reality by 2018? Your report, Republic TV.
Okay, what's the problem? What's the problem, Tanveer Ahmed? Welcome simultaneous election. It's the most transformative thing you can have in this country. Everything changes forever. We won't have politicians throwing pot shots at each other every few months. A general election is going to be held along with all state elections. I tell you, put a poll on it now, viewers. Put a poll on it. Put a poll on it. TSR Subramaniam, Professor Giri, Daniel Francis Ariman Sundaram, Nawab Malik, Fuad Halim of the CPM, Tanveer Ahmed, Sunil Kumar Singh, Ratan Sharda of the RSS, and Najaz Ilmi of the BJP going to be joining us right now. And I'd say put a poll on it. And if there is, and vote, viewers, vote on the hashtag One Nation, One Poll. Tell us what you think. I am declaring my prejudice and my bias openly on top. It is better to do that rather than the pseudo-secular media which pretends it is objective. I'm not objective about it. It's the best thing in this country. I'm willing to debate till the end of time for it. But what's your problem, Tanveer Ahmed? Why can't you be sometimes progressive about new ideas that we are thinking about? Why do you have to be a stumbling block each time? Why do you have to be cynical about transformative moves like one nation, one poll? Viewers, what do you think? That's the hashtag. Tell me what you think. Yes, please, Tanveer, the debate is open now. The debate is open, sir.
Arnab.
Yes, sir.
Arnab, it will go against the social diversity of the country.
Why?
it is going to go against the state policies, because the constitution gives us that 29, 30 states in this country are being recognized.
Yes.
It goes against the constitutional rights.
No, but
of
that
the state.
continues.
Tanveer,
No, that continues. One
that
second.
used to be a
Because
scenario till
Modi ji did that.
67.
Once again, Arnab.
No,
Modi
that
ji did
continues.
one
This
survey.
scenario was broken in
Modi ji did a
1977,
survey.
Tanveer.
According
That
to the
does not
survey-
change, Tanveer. That does
Don't
not
try
change.
to bring
Am I
federalism
telling
in
you?
this.
Please, one second.
No,
Mr.
Tanveer, am I
Sundaram,
telling you,
Mr.
is anyone
Sundaram,
telling
just
you, is
hold on,
Narendra
hold
Modi
on,
telling you
please.
that states
Let me
governments
complete,
will
let me
not be?
complete.
No. Who is telling you that state governments will not exist? Why are you creating a fear psychosis?
second,
Why
Arnab.
are you creating a fear psychosis?
1 second. I understand the psychology on which you guys are working.
What
I
you guys-
understand the psychology on which Narendra Modi's government is working. Because according to a survey, they came to know 77% of people tend to vote for the same party if the polls are done simultaneously. That is going to help his
Come
party.
on
That's
now.
the reason
People
he
are
wants to
not
bring this
stupid.
reform. He is
People
not going
are not
to bring
stupid.
any other reform. He is
Remember
not going to
Delhi-
bring-
Go on,
bring
Ratan Chadha.
RTI.
Tanveer, remember
No,
Delhi?
it's not about
People
stupidity.
voted for
It is about
BJP in Lok
helping-
Sabha. They voted
helping
for
one
Arvind
party. It is
Kejriwal in
helping
their
BJP.
assembly. Don't try to
Sir,
vitiate the
one
atmosphere by
second,
talking
sir,
of
we all
diversity.
know
How
you
is
don't
our
want to
diversity
really help farmers.
affected?
You don't
The
to help
Congress
anybody.
did the
You
biggest
want to
disservice by
really
dissolving
have some
governments after
appeasement politics
1980,
which is going
and
to
that is how
help
we're facing
BJP.
this problem today.
It is
You want
something
people
which
to be
is
always in electoral
unconstitutional.
mode,
I am
always
sorry,
in debating
it
mode.
is
You want people to spend their
unconstitutional. It is
time
going
on
to
such
be
wasteful
against the
expenditure
right of
and
the
keep on
regional
debating
parties.
these things rather
You
than
don't want the
governance.
regional parties to exist.
What do you want? You simply want that
You
people
don't
should keep
talk
on
about money
talking of
power.
election.
You don't
So
want to talk
30
about muscle
states,
power.
30
You don't
elections
want to
in a
talk about
5-year
caste
plan. So
regionalism.
every
You
6
don't
months there is an
talk about
election.
people who are
You have
communally
Zilla Parishad,
inciting
you have got
violence.
state assembly,
You are
and you have got
pro
national
people who are
assembly.
entering
So
into
all you do is
the
vote.
ambit of
And all you do is stop
politics
all the
by
governance.
muscle power, by money
You just
power.
stop
But you
wars for
want to have
opposing
this
sake,
electoral
Tanveer.
reform.
Don't
You want to do
abuse
elections
the
simultaneously
people of
to
India,
finish
Tanveer
regional
Ahmed.
parties.
Tanveer Ahmed, you can do anything. 1 second.
It's just natural.
No, 1 second. Tanveer Ahmed.
Just natural reflex they
just,
propose.
just
That's
one,
all.
just 1 minute. I request you, do anything. Attack each other. Don't abuse each other. Question each other. Reasonably argue about the process. Welcome, Ajaz Ilmi. But don't abuse the people of India. Don't do that, Tanveer. Because when you start abusing the people of India will put you in their place. I put this question out, viewers. I'll
Sir,
tell you.
we are
I
okay
would,
to put
I would,
if the people want to put us in our place,
the people of India are not fools. No, the people of India are not fools. 1 minute. Ajaz Ilmi is coming in on the debate.
People of India are not fools, but people of India are made to think like that according to one government which is going to
I
help
gave
them.
you example of Delhi. Tanveer.
No.
I gave you example of Delhi.
Can I make a small point?
No,
Can I
that's
make
the
a
wrong
small
thing.
point, limited point of
The very
intervention
essence of
before Ajaz
democracy
Ilmi
is
comes
being
in?
demeaned.
No, 1 second. People ask me, Ajaz, 1 minute. People ask me, and I've been most critical of your government. We broke the Lalit Gate scam. We questioned the BJP government. We questioned the nepotism of that time. That's not the issue. The issue is the people of this country are sick of petty party politics, Fuad Ali. The people of this country want a change. The people of this country want roads, bridges, ports, infrastructure, transformation. The people of this country are not waiting to vote in an election every 3 months. The people of this country, Fuad Halim, are tired, sick and tired of minority appeasement. And what do these elections give us? Constantly in electoral mode, there is minority appeasement going on, there is negative politics going on. You can have politics once every 5 years, but people of this country want a better India. They don't want a more political India. Ajaz or you, who goes first? 1 second. Simultaneous elections, by the way, viewers, means,
I'll go first.
means, I want to explain this to viewers. I want to explain this to viewers. Simultaneous elections mean that every 5 years you will go to the polling station and cast one vote for the state government you want, and at the same time cast one vote for the national government you want. It does not mean one vote for both. So those people who are trying to spread the lie, saying people will be reduced to vote for one party both in the state and the center, are lying tonight, and that lie must be called out. People of India, you will be able to vote for one party at the state and one party at the center, but on the same day, and then we can get on with the business of leading our lives. I don't know what the problem is with that. Ejaz, Fuad. By the way, it's an open debate. Feel free to come in, anyone. But I'm throwing the ball to Ejaz and Fuad right now. Yeah.
Arnab, it's very clear that people are the center of democracy. The voting polity, the people elect the governments of their choice. And this choice is with the government, and that is democracy. They choose to vote somebody in the center, somebody in the state. They are sensible, savvy enough, much more than all of us combined in this debate. The people of India have been voting for a long time. They know who they want in power and who they want to remove in power.
Oh,
both at the center and at the states. To demean the public and say that this is a ploy by the BJP, it's not a ploy. It's about saving taxpayers' money. It's about efficiency. It's about getting away from being in election mode 24/7, 365 days, 5 years. It just continues and continues, and the agenda of development does get hampered because
there's no argument to the contrary.
Wants to win at the hustings, and we're in election mode.
There's no argument to the contrary. I still want to give a chance to Fuad Ali to explain what you are scared of. Are you scared of black money not being used? Are you scared of more governance, less disruption? Are you scared of a cleaner campaign? Are you scared of less polarization, less populism? Are you scared about the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha working together? Are you scared that the country's prospects will improve? What the hell are you scared of? I need to know what you're scared of, Fuad. Or are you scared? Are you scared? Are you scared? One second. I'll complete and then hand over to you.
You just give me 1
Are
second.
you scared? Are you scared that in the next elections, there is a greater chance that somebody voting for the BJP at the center might also vote for the BJP in the state? In that case, that also is their democratic right. You can't stop them. You can't and you should not stop them. You should not work against the interests of the people of India, Fuad. What are you talking about?
Have you finished, Arnab?
No, I can continue. You can start when you want.
Have you finished?
I'm not finishing, but you can start.
You can continue. It's your program.
No,
Arnab.
you can start.
You can speak
you can start. It's an open debate. Yeah, you can all interrupt me. By the way, everybody feel free to interrupt me. I don't have a problem. Yeah.
Arnab, go ahead. Please interrupt me.
No.
Remain silent. If you want to listen to me, Arnab, then I have listened patiently to everybody. I don't like the interruptions. I will just request you, why do you conduct polls on your channel on a day-to-day basis? You can have all the 365 hashtags and ask people on your channel to vote only on one day.
What kind of a silly reply is that, Fuad? What kind of a silly reply is that?
Now let's
we are talking about the country, not a TV channel.
Every day. Now let's come to the
TV channels.
Yeah. Arnab, now you're understanding. Now you're understanding the limitations,
the
serious limitations of a simultaneous election.
Please argue seriously.
Now coming to the question, let's listen. India had started off with a one vote, one nation, one vote, one poll system. But one has to understand that the one nation, one poll still exists. We still have one election for the Lok Sabha. And one has to understand that if you look at the constitutional requirements for the assembly, it's not a question of just organizing the election. It's also a question of feasibility. The feasibility question, what happens to the no confidence motion?
What?
If there's a no confidence motion passed in an assembly and the government falls, what happens to the limitations?
I have an answer
What
for
was
that.
happening in 1980?
If the government falls, an alternate government has to be in place.
Let me finish.
But Fawad Ali, what was happening till 1980?
Now the question that arises over here
there
is
were
that
simultaneous elections. There was no problem with federalism.
Please, Mr. Ratan Shah,
only after Indira Gandhi's dissolving assemblies did the problem arise. So it is not something new.
There were
We are
experiences,
just going
and
by to
coming
a
out of those
better election
experiences
timing.
was based on a constitutional understanding. Mr. Ratan Shah, do you understand that the present elections are not conducted as per the constitution?
But now are we talking of presidential elections? Are we talking of presidential elections? We are talking of general elections.
A situation where we continue with the one nation, one poll situation for the Lok Sabha, but the states which have not fallen in line because they have had no confidence motions and the people of those states have recalled their government.
Dear Fawad, you are the first victim of dissolved assembly in Kerala. Remember this.
No, you want to take away the right of recall from the voters. Ratan Sharda,
Yes,
Arey
you are the
bhai,
first sufferer.
Ratan Chadha Sahab, you want the
1959,
right
your
of the
government
voters to be
resolved.
taken away from
So
him.
you should understand
the
that.
right to recall
That
the
this doesn't make
government,
any sense.
the right to re-elect a new government. If a government does not have the confidence of the people of the state, you do not want that right to be there.
It has to be
You are
there.
speaking against the
But
constitutional
begin somewhere.
spirit.
What was happening in
You want
1980?
to
My
destroy the
simple question.
constitution. And
Fawad
this is
Ali,
part and parcel
what
of the
was
RSS
happening
project.
till 1980? Please
No,
tell
you
me
are
that.
anti-democratic.
Was not
Ratan
democratic
Chadha,
India
do
till
you believe
1980?
that people
Were we
who
living
vote
in
have
some
the right to
dictatorship?
recall their government? No, simple
it's no use
question,
making
Mr.
arguments
Ratan
that are
Chadha.
valid.
The experience of India through the several elections has been that the constitution has very clearly mandated that if a government cannot complete its tenure with the confidence of the House,
don't
then
give
the
me.
people of that state
Don't
have the
give
right
me.
to
No, one
the
second.
government has
What's
to be
opening up to
disbanded
debate?
and a new
Sunil Singh is
government
on the
has to
debate.
be
Let's get
formed.
everybody in. 1 second.
Now, Mr.
First of
Ratan
all,
Chadha, are you in favor of this experience or not?
First
This
of all,
constitutional
Aryaman
experience.
Sundaram.
Is the RSS for it or
Aryaman
against it?
Sundaram is on the
I am
debate.
talking
1
as
second, please.
citizen.
Let's get others in. Ratan Chadha.
RSS
Aryaman
has no
Sundaram
role.
is speaking. Please, Aryaman Sundaram.
Arnab,
I don't
let me-
understand this anymore. This
Arnab,
fear-mongering.
let
Aryaman
me
Sundaram,
make one
this
thing-
constant fear-mongering.
Arnab,
I am
let
willing
me
to
make
go on
one
record
thing
and
very
say
clear.
that this fear-mongering stems from a perennial fright that the left parties and the opposition have that maybe Modi will benefit out of it. Forget who will benefit. Think about the country.
Arnab,
Fuad
let
Halim,
me
yes,
make-
let's have everyone on the screen.
let me make
No,
one
think
thing-
about the country. Fuad Halim, for once, don't speak about petty
me
politics.
make one thing very clear.
The line of RSS.
No,
which wants
think
to
about the
take away
country.
the
What
right
line of
of
RSS?
people
What
to
absolute
exercise
tripe
their
and rubbish are you
franchise
talking
and
about?
determine
What
who
I am
goes
saying,
ask me a question.
what line of RSS? Let me tell you, Fuad
No, no,
Halim, what absolute
Arnab,
rubbish are you talking about?
you are
I know
voicing-
very often.
You are joining
I know,
the RSS
I know
voice.
very
You are
often. No, let
joining
me
the
respond to him. Let me respond to him.
anti-democratic
Let me
aspirations.
respond.
mean-
One second.
It doesn't
Ratan
mean
Chadha,
that
wait.
the election
Ratan Chadha,
commission
wait.
belongs to
Ratan
RSS.
Chadha, wait.
And
1 minute.
He
one
is
minute.
implying
Continue
that
by
the election
taking away
commission
One
belongs to
minute.
RSS.
One minute.
That's his
India.
question.
1 minute.
Basic rights
Are
of
you
voters
saying
of
you're
India.
assuming-
Ratan Chadha,
Because
wait,
this
please.
entire process has stood
Ratan
the
Chadha.
test of time.
Ratan
the test
Chadha,
of constitution.
Ratan
This
Chadha,
process that we
one
are in
second.
today
Fuad,
has
Fuad,
stood the test
Fuad,
of the constitution.
Fuad, listen to me. One line reply.
No, the RSS and Arnab Goswami, you should have taken this case to the Supreme Court if you understood this to be unconstitutional.
So no government can do anything.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
If you believe
Just-
that this
So
No, no,
government should be handed over to Supreme Court for all the decisions. You want to take all the
Can I
decisions to Supreme
respond?
Court?
Ratan Chadha, please.
Go ahead.
Ratan Chadha, Fuad,
then you should have gone to the Supreme
Fuad,
Court.
take a drinks break. 1 second. Now the question here is, Fuad, I know that very often you speak falsehoods. But occasionally, my genuine advice to you is that you should adulterate it with some facts. You talk about the RSS line. You are fully aware that what has been said is by the Election Commission. The Election Commission of India, as far as I know, is a constitutional body, not an extension of the Sangh Parivar. And I request you today to please clarify your comment. The Election Commission says this will be extremely convenient for any voter. The Election Commission says the entire hierarchy of officers of the Election Commission will get aligned to one system. The Election Commission says this is good for the country. You are against the Election Commission. You are against India being unified. You are basically undemocratic.
If the Election Commission says
You're basically
this is
an
good
undemocratic
for the
man.
country, then
You
we
don't want this
consider it to
country.
a very unfortunate comment
Can I have
by the
everyone on-
Election Commission, because the Election Commission is not mandated
I'll
to actually comment
Can I say one thing?
experience.
Can Ratan Chadha, the other panel.
Arnab,
Can I please come in here?
All right.
The Election Commission today is actually pitting the right of the voter on the question of how much money can be saved vis-a-vis the entire democratic ethos of our country. You know, this is
TSR
the way the
Subramaniam,
Election
TSR.
Commission behaves.
TSR, Arnab
Definitely we
Sundaram was
are not going to
TSR.
accept it. But
TSR
the
is on the
question
debate.
who is
TSR.
prompting the Election
Elections are only-
Commission? It
election
is
is
the
the essence
government's
of democracy.
initiative, starting off with the basic anti-democratic
to the
RSS
people, viewers.
organization.
All of us here. One person is enough here.
Yeah, go on.
Without politicizing it.
TSR.
Can you have an informed debate, please?
TSR, go on. TSR.
Arnab, two things. This is not, in my view, a political issue. This is not, in my view, an issue for today. This is now an issue for the country for the next 50 years. The fundamental question is it good or bad? I think 99.9% of Indians will say if you have a referendum, it is good. The next question is it feasible or not? for feasibility, there are two aspects. One is the technical feasibility and the legal feasibility. We talked of constitutionality. Obviously, if it is repugnant to the essential features of the Constitution, it will be thrown down. It can't happen. In my view, I have done some study, it is not against the basic structure of the Constitution. Today, the Election Committee for the CEC has said it is technically feasible. Finally, it's a question of a political decision, because it is desirable, it is feasible in all its dimensions. Now, we should not be short-sighted about it. We should think of the next 50 years. The last decision we take in the Constitution gave us a system where the country is permanently in election mode. The only thing happening here is election here and there. You talked of center and state. I will add two more. Please add municipal and also village elections, panchayat elections to that. This is happening in Belgium, happening in America, this is happening in nearly all over the world. There is no reason why it cannot happen. People don't underestimate the people. They will vote for the person they want.
One second,
let us not have absurd arguments. Let us look.
Just a point
Mr.
tonight
Subramaniam is a very senior bureaucrat, but I totally disagree with it.
Okay,
Mr.
Professor
Goswami,
Giri.
This is an undesirable thing.
Arnab, can I come in here?
I'm coming, Aryaman, after Professor.
And inspired anchor. I know you gave a very good argument in favor, but it is politically undesirable. Philosophically, it is not conceivable, and it is not just logistical issue. It attacks the fundamentals of our politics. Elections are essential features of our democracy. What else have we got apart from elections? How do the citizens get active in a democracy apart from election? How are they involved in any other process in a democracy? So Indian politics that is why it is called electionized, and that is the beauty of Indian democracy.
No. One second.
And if you deny people the chance of elections, and it attacks our political federalism and cultural diversity of our country.
Well, I can give many arguments.
The local issues. This is not advisable. This is not a presidential
Sir, the
form,
people of this country will decide this.
System.
No.
More diversity.
No. The people of this country will decide this, and I can tell you on the poll that we are doing right now, the people are overwhelmingly for simultaneous elections, and I think this political parties who oppose it will also be given a fitting reply by the people, because they're scared of simultaneous elections. By the way, on an aside,
I am not
by the way, on an aside, by the way, on an aside, on an aside. By the way, on an aside, I want to tell. By the way, on an aside, I want to tell Fuad Halim something. With Fuad, you are not a victim of dissolved assemblies. The Communist Party was. You are just a counter-revolutionary Fabian. You are a social democrat. You are not even a communist, because no communist would want to take part in elections. You would want a revolution. So it's very rich for you to be talking about how elections should be done. You're a social democrat.
No idea. Please,
you're a Fabian.
Please don't.
You're a counter-revolutionary Fabian, social democrat.
Please don't talk unadulterated
I am telling
nonsense,
you.
Arnab.
No, I mean, I'm
now
sorry.
Come to the crux of the matter.
I am coming to. I made an observation. Don't get provoked.
Aryaman
Sundaram.
India should move to a situation where
Aryaman Sundaram on the debate tonight. Viewers, please participate in this debate. Please participate in this debate. Aryaman Sundaram. Aryaman Sundaram. There should be a national debate on this.
If I can have silence for a moment.
Exercising that influence.
If I can have silence for a moment. I've been hearing this gentleman going on non-stop. Can I have silence for a moment to say what I have to? And it's only this. Look, without a doubt, there is no gainsaying that a simultaneous election is going to be hugely beneficial to the country in many, many ways. In financially so, in the manner of conducting the elections, in the fact that governments can go ahead at one time with their campaigning and then go ahead with actually governing the country, and for which is what the whole elections are for. It will be of great help to ensure that so far as the people are concerned, they are not going to be continuously plagued with elections, with election promises being made from different sectors at different times to meet an impending election. There are myriad of advantages to it.
Then why oppose it?
That the people of India wouldn't know, and therefore voting for. Please, let me just finish this, Arnab. that the people of India would therefore vote only for one party
Tanveer.
or the other party is completely wrong. We have had enough cases. For example, in Tamil Nadu, they voted for the Congress in the for the centre, but they voted for MDR
nobody understands.
for the
No,
state.
I don't
so the
think
people
we
are
need to
wise
really
enough.
listen
Let's
to a
not
long
go
lecture.
away. The
The
problem.
federal system-
Hold on. Let me finish. Please let me finish.
Go on.
You have been going
Sir,
on and on. Allow me to
no,
finish.
you have spoken enough.
But the
You have
problem
spoken
which
enough.
we have to deal with and which I fully appreciate, problem which I appreciate, which we have to face, is the question of feasibility, as TSR said. The reason being that one simultaneous election for, let's say, 5 years, there is no guarantee that any state government will last the 5 years. We've seen it happening in Arunachal.
Ajaz on the right. Ajaz.
Or an attempt
It
being
is
made
about
in Tamil Nadu. It goes
democracy.
on.
It
So
is
we
about
have
democracy. It's about the
to
constitution.
do one thing. Let's address our attention to how we can constitutionally make this happen rather than say this should not happen. Our attempt should be to see how we can constitutionally
Tanveer.
make it happen. And please, let's not keep saying
You
It
don't
can't be
want the
done.
regional parties to exist. Well, why don't you make bipolar politics? Have two political parties.
Where
Sir,
does this
is
come
definitely-
from?
This is absolute.
How does
You're
Where
wrong.
does,
You're
where
wrong.
does this come from?
The
Congress
Ajaz,
won in
common
Delhi,
elections
but
from
MTR of the
parties.
ADMK won in Tamil Nadu.
I need to know. I need to know why you are fooling the people of India. I truly want to know. Tanveer, you cannot do this. You cannot consistently, all the time, without
it's not
fail,
about fooling the
fool the
people.
people of India.
No, what is the
you are
cost
fooling
you're
the
going to
people of
save?
India.
Everybody
You
is
are
saying
lying
that
to
you're
the
going to
people
save
of.
the
So you are
cost.
fooling
Are
the
you
people
going
of
to save
India.
the cost and the
I am
cost of
asking you a
democracy?
simple
It's an
question.
attempt to create
How are you
a scare.
saying?
You can't really
An
save
attempt
the
Sunil
cost
Kumar
of
Singh.
democracy.
Sun-
Democracy is more
It's trying to
important than
negate
your money.
democracy.
Sunil
No,
Kumar.
democracy is important. Democracy need to prevail.
Yeah.
JDU is
India
for
the
one
largest
nation, one poll,
democracy,
as
and a
it
lot of
saves
states
money,
constitutes
Sunil
as
Singh.
a-
gives
this
good
India.
governance.
It's not
It-
India.
it-
What
it-
is
it-
India
it-
without
it-
states?
yeah.
What is India without regional?
Tanveer Ahmed, you are not getting the point here.
No, India.
Tanveer,
Let
you are
me
not
tell
getting the
you,
point.
we are Honorable Nitish Kumar has already said that we are in for one nation, one poll, as
who
it
is
saves
Nitish Kumar,
money,
sir?
it
Just
gives
because
good
Nitish
governance,
Kumar had
it
to
is
join
for development.
your party.
And let me tell
Nitish
you,
had to be
all
part
the
of
people
NDA.
who
That's
are
the
talking
reason
about
Nitish is
petty
speaking
politics,
your language.
they should
Nitish
rise
is speaking
above
your
politics.
language
And
because
as
that
for
benefits him.
downgrading
Nitish
regional
is speaking
parties,
the language of
let me tell
BJP.
you, we are regional parties, and this is a hoax fear that is being propaganda being raised by opposition
who
parties.
is Nitish
And
going
let me
to
tell
be
you,
a
the
factor
Prime
for us
Minister
to
has made
decide?
an appeal to all that let's not consider this with the narrow spectrum of politics.
Prime Minister
This
also
thing is a
made an appeal
transformation.
on
Let whole
demonetization.
nation
We
and
all know
political
what was the
parties
effect of
and all
demonetization,
stakeholders
how people
support
suffered,
it.
how many people died, the economy is totally down, GDP is down, production is
Look,
down.
you are
We know
mixing
after
issues.
Prime
You are
Minister's
mixing
appeal on
issues.
demonetization, I
Just
was
do not
also a
oppose
victim
things
of his speech.
for the
I
heck of
supported
opposing.
demonetization.
And let me tell you, we should rise above petty politics. This is a very transformative thing, a historical thing that is going to come. And Election Commission says they are ready. We are political parties should also be ready. And this is really because all the year round,
Vinoba
the
Bhopati.
political parties
Vinoba
are in a
Bhopati on the
campaign
right.
mode, which is not good for the.
Vinoba Bhopati, I want a moment of admission. I just
is
want
not
you to be honest. No, Vinoba Bhopati, I just want you to be honest right now. Can I say it since you're not saying it? I'm saying it to all our panelists. I can have everyone on the screen. And don't protest. Tell me the truth. Is it true or not, Vinoba Bhopati, that all of you are scared that if the next election is a simultaneous election, the BJP, which is in power already in 16 or 18 states, is going to come to power in more states, and the next election might be a sweep for the BJP? Is that your fear or not? Please at least have the honesty to admit it on live television. That is your fear. Then we will take it from there. But don't tell the people of this country that you're arguing on their behalf.
Arnab, can I please come in?
You can say that we are scared of being routed. But you can't say we are arguing on behalf of the people. Come on, Vinoba. Please, Vinoba. Be honest.
Arnab,
be honest. Viewers, should
yes.
the opponents of One Nation,
Yes.
One Poll
Yes,
be honest?
yes.
Tweet on that. Vinoba, go on. Vinoba.
Yes. See, yes, here it is not about whether we are scared at this point of time or not. That is not the question. The question is whether this particular issue will be, the consequence will be a scary situation or not. I'll tell you one thing. In Tamil Nadu, there was a by-election in one constituency called RK Nagar constituency, where in that constituency, the Election Commission of India can't able to conduct a free and fair election in one single constituency throughout India. That is the problem with the infrastructural issue.
I am sorry, you are such a cynic.
Now the next issue
You are
is,
being an absolute cynic there.
I'll tell
You are
you,
being cynical.
I'll tell you, I am.
This is deepest cynicism.
Let me complete. Let me complete.
This is this chalta hai attitude. India can never change. We are a bad country. We don't have infrastructure. Nothing will ever work. Things are essentially bad. We can't continue. You are insulting the Election Commission of India. You are insulting on national television the Election Commission of India. I am sorry, Vinoba. You are insulting the Election Commission of India.
See here, in the election, in Tamil Nadu, I'll tell you, this is for the first time in the Indian history, for the first time in Indian history, in the state of Tamil Nadu, elections for two constituencies were countermanded because there were bribery for vote. That is the problem in Tamil Nadu.
Well, it's
you have to understand. What will happen if it is going to be pan-India?
No,
that's the problem.
Adjust and Daniel Francis.
That's an exception. That is not the norm. That's an exception. That's an exception.
There are n number of enough measures that have to be taken.
Clear. Independent India started. We had one nation, one poll in 1952, 57, 62, 67. The BJP did not exist then. It wasn't the issue then. Then why is it an issue now? Because now, if India wants to transform itself, save time, money, deployment of men, material, and make it more efficient, why are you opposing this? It is because you don't have the courage to face the electorate. That is the issue. But don't give excuses. Don't create fear.
That is now the moot point. Let's come to the political point. No, let's come to the political point. First of all, viewers, I want to ask you one question, viewers. If you are watching this debate, look at how the debate is moving. 1 second. I just want to, before Daniel comes in, look at how the debate is moving. No. Nawab Malik wants to say something. 1 second. Look at how the debate is moving. First, we are told it's a bad idea. Then we are told it's a good idea, but it can never be implemented. Viewers, I want to ask you, and Nawab Malik, my question to you is this. बड़ा सीधा सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ आपको, आप जवाब दीजिए. Please tell me an answer to this. You are telling this country in 2017 that today we can't do something that we did in 1952. Which means you are telling the people of this country and the young people of this country that 65 years back we had simultaneous elections. It was possible then. But we have gone back so many times. The Election Commission has become so bad, so inefficient, everything, that today we can't do what we did in 1952. It is the most absurd and cynical argument I've ever heard. And I put this to the poll today. I am for simultaneous elections. Where do you stand? The hashtag is yours. Nawab Malik is responding now to Ejaz Elmi. Yes, Nawab Malik. Yes, Mr. Malik.
Arnab, we are not opposing one country, one election. If it is going to happen, we are going to support. But 3-4 questions are there. The tenure of the assemblies are left, how they will be compensated. If Gujarat election is going to held in December, after 1 year, they will dissolve the assembly of Gujarat. What will happen in Uttar Pradesh assembly?
Let them.
If there is no confidence movement, anybody lose the motion on the floor, at that time, what will be the situation? These all technical issues are there which have to be addressed. A consensus should be made in the country, and I think we are not opposing one nation, one election. Every time there is a code of conduct, every year there is an election mode. This should be stopped. We never oppose this kind of thing. We are not afraid. In 1999, there was an election simultaneously in Maharashtra state. We won the election. Center, there was Atalji's government, so nobody is afraid. But technically, how will you deal with the situation?
No, you are you are being so cynical.
Ejaz Elmi. 3.5 years.
Who's responding? Ejaz Elmi is going. TSR Subramaniam first. TSR Subramaniam is responding to Nawab Malik. TSR Subramaniam. TSR. Let TSR come in. TSR.
Arnab, I think it boils down to technical feasibility and the question of how do you account for instability of a particular state government. This is the crux of the issue. As I see it now, there are so many issues, but I'm not exactly as Ariman Sundaram said. Already we have a provision for president's rule for 1 year. If you have one intermediate window within 5 years, extend president's rule from 1 year to 2 years, it will act as a huge
Deterrent.
For the assembly not to break up.
Exactly.
It will improve.
No, but
it will improve stability.
No, but at the same time, TSR.
Past experience
TSR, you're forgetting.
TSR. This can be an idea. What will happen in Kashmir where the 6-year tenure is there?
Let there be
How
governance
that can will be amended? All
Let there be governance
issues
rules.
are there. Nobody is opposing
No.
We are for the simultaneous election, but technical issues should be addressed. Some kind of amendment may government fall in the state.
Just a minute. Also responding to the debate is Professor Giri. Professor Giri,
one nation,
Professor
one
Giri,
election
can I say
idea?
one thing? Can I say one thing? Can I say one thing? I want to say one thing. You know, among the many things we must credit Miss Indira Gandhi for, besides the emergency Nawab Malik, zara sun lijiye. Indira Gandhi did a lot of good with the 1971 war, but she's also the architect of two things that have ruined Indian politics. One is the emergency, the greatest fright anyone gave about the disruption of the democratic process. And the second thing, since you are a professor of international studies at Jamia Millia, you will be completely aware, Professor Giri, as a political scientist, that Indira Gandhi is the mastermind of the ayaram gayaram politics. Idhar se todo, udhar se joro, idhar se kharido, idhar se nikalo. Ruined and corrupted Indian politics. Now we are creating a system that does two things. Takes away that corruption in Indian politics. Legislatures, small legislatures like Goa. Go ask the people of Goa today, Professor Giri, how do you feel? Go on the streets of Tura or Shillong today and ask the people of Meghalaya, how do you feel? That every few, every few months, you don't know which government will last, who will go, who will be bought, who will be sold. What's going to happen in Arunachal Pradesh? What destabilizes the country? But now you have a government which says, listen, let's change everything forever.
Yeah, but
Let's change everything forever. One election, one country, one election, one law.
Mr. Goswami.
And you want to deny the benefits to the people of India. I take a poll on this, viewers. You must decide whether you want to vote once every 5 years or every few months. Yeah.
Mr. Goswami, you are an intelligent person. As intelligent person like you are reducing this debate to technicalities and logistics, which is unfortunate. Let's have a political argument. I'll give you the reasons. It is the culture of politics which is responsible for corruption, not the elections. So when you have simultaneous elections, are you very simplistic to say the corruption will be eliminated? That is absolutely
Sir, there will be.
Let me tell you.
It will get reduced, man. It will get
adjust.
It is not. When you study
for elections every month, elections every month, every year,
election is not
in 5-6 states, it means requiring raising money, lack of governance, election code of conduct. The entire governance suffers. So for once, you can have a government elected by the people and then give them accountability for the next 5 years.
My friend, you are in politics. You are repeating what the election commission says. That is not correct.
Elect them, democratically
that is not correct.
But
you get bad governance because of bad leadership, not because of elections.
Want a situation
you have to look at the character of Indian politics.
When elections are held every 6 months, political parties are forced to campaign, be in election mode.
It is, my friend, it is a very simplistic, naive argument you are giving, Mr.
Rizal. Election mode,
Mr. Rizal, you are giving a very naive argument.
Why not?
No, one second.
Arnab,
You
are being naive.
You forget. Professor Giri, I want to. Professor Giri, I want to tell you one thing. You are saying that I'm making the argument technical. I'm not. No. Professor Giri, please hear me. Professor Giri, please hear me. Let me present a counter argument. Ejaz, an accusation has been made against me. Accusation has been made against me, and the accusation is that I am making a simplistic argument. I strongly protest. I am not making a simplistic argument. Yes. I have covered elections and the Election Commission of India. Now we are spending 4,500 crore rupees for holding separate elections to Lok Sabha and assemblies. the expenditure of the Lok Sabha elections alone in 2014 is 3,000. Sir, please, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. 3,870 crores. Sir, I want to tell you one thing. Only 500 crore rupees. Only, sir, 1 minute. Only 500 crore rupees can feed 121 crore children every day. Please understand here. What do we need to do?
But what about the black money?
We need to do politics or feed our children. Fuad, yes, Fuad, what is your problem now? Again, you present a counter-revolutionary argument.
When huge companies are given subsidies, Arnab, why are you raising this argument when the question of the right to election comes? Those arguments are valid in the other sectors. The government is not performing in those sectors. Then these statistics do not work out.
Who's stopping elections from happening?
Let's be very clear. In the absence of elections, governance will suffer.
Daniel is on the debate. Daniel is responding to Ejaz. Daniel Ejaz. Daniel.
No. First of all, it is. Let me just come in here, Arnab. First of all, it is bogus for this Communist Party of India to object, to simultaneous elections. All over the world, they have dictators. Single party rule, and they don't want our democracy to strengthen. Okay, first of all. Second thing.
In China and Russia, there are simultaneous elections.
Yeah. Okay, that's one part. Second is, I'm just saying that, as a democracy, we've matured. We've passed a lot of time now. We should give chance for simultaneous elections to happen. Simultaneous elections to happen for the sheer reason that, governance has taken a setback because of multiple elections all the time.
Oh, wow.
We need state governments and central governments to be on the same page, for the same page.
Yeah.
Where development is concerned.
Federal setup, same page? It is a federal country.
May I make a small point?
It's a federal country. You don't expect
Sir,
one-party rule.
for the first time that a winning party is making a pitch for reforms. Every time the defeated party talks of electoral reform, because doesn't see any benefit in the system, it is for the first time that a party on the winning streak is going for political reforms and very aggressively
Daniel
going
is
about
saying,
it.
Never happened.
So where is the problem?
Center should be on the
Lot
same
of
page. It's a
resources
federal
have been
setup.
wasted. People who cry
It's a
about
federal
20%
setup. You
rise
cannot
in
have them in the
petrol
same
prices,
page. You want
they
one
talk
party
of wastage of money on
authoritarianism.
elections is very good. How can you have hundreds and thousands of crores wasted on elections when you don't have resources? You are crying about resources.
On the right.
You are crying about small price rise.
On the right.
And you want different elections.
Proportional
So for the whole 5 years, we are always in electoral mode.
If you had taken up the issue of proportional representation in parliament, if a particular party gets a certain percentage of vote, then that many members from that party will get representation in the assembly and the Lok Sabha. That would have been reform. Ratan Sharda, if 31% is polled by the BJP, then 31%
yes, so now since you don't get votes,
in the Lok
you
Sabha.
want
That would have
proportional
been reform,
representation.
Ratan Sharda.
That's exactly my
this
point.
Is not reform.
I am saying people who are defeated talk of first past the poll. When they win, they don't talk about it. How much percentage you got in Kerala? What percentage you got in Tripura? What percentage you got in Bengal?
Please don't.
So when you get defeated, you want reforms. When you win, you don't want reforms. That is what I'm saying. You are taking exactly my position.
This is
I would like to remind. I would like to remind Fuad Halim.
When he loses, it talks
Just
about
1 minute.
percentages.
Just a minute. Just a
When he
minute.
wins, it doesn't speak.
Ratan-
What is the percentage in Kerala? Please tell me.
Ratan Sharda.
What is the percentage in Kerala? Tell me.
Ratan Sharda.
You have a government.
No,
Kerala
Ratan Sharda.
Government of India.
Ratan Sharda, I first want to tell Fuad Halim that Fuad Halim, you are presenting a number of bourgeois arguments on the program. But in any case, I want to tell you that what is leftism in any case? Lenin, go back and read. Lenin called left-wing communism an infantile disorder. Lenin called. You know that. So what bourgeois argument are you presenting today?
But that's a separate matter.
No, that's not a separate thing. 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 I'm glad you smiled through it. All right.
I'm enjoying
Arnab.
unadulterated, what you call,
a last point tonight. A last point.
Your second debate is on scams.
The fundamental question is that our parliamentary system, our democratic practice has arrived here
Dr. Giri.
through the experience since 1952.
Transform
It's not
this
as if
country.
that we have not
But today
evolved
the
as a
idea is
democracy.
Aryaman
and
Sundaram,
we reached here today.
Vinoba Bhupati, Vinoba
Today's
Bhupati.
argument
idea is
that
not
No, the
where
time
we
has
are
come.
standing today
The time has
is
come
an
to change the
unfortunate
country.
position, I think,
Vinoba
so,
Bhupati.
is clearly against
Vinoba Bhupati,
understanding
then we
that
close.
India has evolved as a democracy.
Arnab, there is
All
one
right,
small
time up
point
on the
which
debate, viewers.
Yes.
Time
The
up
one
on the
small
debate.
point. See, if at all, if the democracy has to be strengthened,
Closing.
if at all the democracy has to be deepened, if the quality of the Indian democracy has to be improved,
I
there
think-
are n number of reform measures that has to be taken
I
place.
think-
now in
I
that
think
order,
this country-
in that order, one nation,
We are-
one one
I
nation,
say-
one
I
election
say no.
may
No,
come.
sir. Vinoba
second
ji,
or third or
Vinoba
fourth.
ji,
But
why my
before one
humble
nation, one
disagreement-
election, we have to bring in a lot of
Vinoba
other
ji,
reforms before. That is the only thing.
Vinoba ji, I close by saying one thing. Viewers, I've stuck my neck out. You call me a right-winger, I say one nation, one law. And you call me intolerant, but I would say one nation, one election. Let's have a bigger debate on that. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 1, debate number 2 on scam of scams. Coming up on the other side.